Welcome back to the Bros Swim channel, and today we're not playing WOD. We're playing some Gunship 3 because during one of my live streams they told me about Gunship 3 and I was like, I played it before, I didn't really understand it. So I decided to revisit it and I'm telling you guys I had so much fun playing it. I wish they continued to update this game, but I'd rather see more updates for WOD really, so it's alright. It's still a really fun game. So I'll be using the MiG 17, but then I was like, why is the Chinese version of the MiG so much better? There's no reason you'd want a MiG 17 besides the fact that it has a 37mm cannon. But even then, it only has 40 rounds, and it's hard to hit stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll just go with the Japanese J9 because it's just so much better. And I'm looking at all these, and there's not a lot of options for this, but I wanted Russian planes, so I decided to be on the Vietnamese and just use the MiGs and stuff. And I wish I could get these, but I'm broke, so I didn't get them. So I just stuck with the J9, the Japanese version, and I accidentally clicked that a couple times. I think it was a sign. I think it's saying I should buy it, but I'm not. So anyways, here we go. We're going to use the MiG-19, I guess that's what you call it, but it's the J6, not the J9. Okay, whatever. So anyways, this is one of my favorite loading screens I've seen on WOD. Even though it takes so long, whereas the WOD one doesn't take that long, waiting for clear, it's pretty good. They did a good job with it. I don't like how they did their server select, but whatever. So anyways, I joined in here, and you start out in first person, but you don't really need to be in first person. Now just listen to this. It's really awesome. You can hear it heating up the engine. It just takes off. Now I really like the MiGs. I don't know what's better, the MiGs or the U.S. planes, but I'm gonna definitely say that the U.S. planes are better for ground attack, whereas the MiGs are better for air attack. It just depends what MiG you have and what American plane you have. The MiGs, they burn fuel so quickly. The second you drop those fuel canisters, those fuel tanks, you're basically gonna have a couple dog fights, and then you're gonna have to RTB immediately because you'll just burn up fuel so fast. As where in the U.S. planes, you got some time. In fact, you won't be dropping your fuel tanks in a dogfight probably. Well, you might if you need to, but you got so much fuel. Well, I wouldn't say you have a lot of fuel, but you got a lot more fuel than this, which is very surprising. And now what's weird about this game is that you gotta have two servers to select your team. Not two servers. There's two different apps to select your team. Meaning there's the Gunship 3, which is the Russian version, which is written in your MiGs, and then you have Gunship 3, all these other stuff. Russian, you have the naval. I don't know. You got the U.S. side. So right now I'm just playing with the MiGs because I wanted Russian planes. So this is what I'm doing. So the inside of the cockpits, aren't too interesting, but they definitely have all the useful information and the correct language. So I'm pretty happy about that. And what's funny is because this is the Chinese version of this plane, yet it's still in Russian, which is kind of weird. It still has the Russian symbols on it. So I'm guessing, I don't know, the Chinese sold it to Russia. Who knows? But anyways, we got this guy coming in, and I decided to turn with him a bit, and I just couldn't land any shots. So now it's a dogfight. And because you're going so fast in this thing, you just pass out with every turn. I'm not even joking. You can't even take a slight turn without passing out. And there's two different types of G's in this game. There's negative G and positive G. But the negative G is the worst. That's when you're being thrown forward. Obviously, no blood's getting to your head in that. So everything just goes red and the whole screen condenses. And you'll see that here in a second. But I'm able to line up a shot, so I take some shots with them 30mm. Which is just much easier than just trying to snipe him out with 37mm. So anyways, he gets blown up. It just hits the ground with a giant splack there. And I was like, striker. I wonder if that's the same striker from Watt, which I don't think it is because he would have noticed. Unless people have been copying my username here. I kind of doubt that though. So anyways, I'm already starting to get low on fuel. I'm already at 70%. Well, I guess you can say 77. But by the time I stop saying about fuel, or stop talking about fuel, it's going to be 70%. So I see more planes behind me. I decided to keep engaging while I still got some fuel left. And just look how quickly it just goes black. And even when you're just a slight turn, you're done. Your guy's just out. He's out. Especially with the negative G's, he doesn't go into that too often, but when he does, it's pretty deadly. So I was really scared that this guy was actually going to launch a heat-seeking missile because he's in a Phantom. It looks like I'm probably wrong about that. But anyways, those heat-seeking missiles, they just kill me. Oh, you saw a little bit of that negative G there when it went red for a second, but it's worse. I'm telling you guys, it's not it's like red, and then the whole screen closes in on you. I gotta show you that some other time. Right now, I'm just gonna be talking about this dogfight. So, anyways, the MiGs are super fast. They're gonna outrun most of the U.S. planes, but some of the U.S. planes could get fast. So this guy makes a mistake at turning right into me, so I'm able to just get right behind him, and that's where I can start picking shots off if my guy would stop passing out. So he got hit by something there. Maybe that was an attack or something. Maybe he thought I was right behind him. I don't know what he was doing there. Maybe he got hit. Who knows? Oh, he's dropping bombs. I think he's jettisoning his bombs to get away from me. That's what it looks like is going on. And I'm sorry, this might be a little short video because I didn't really get a lot of footage with this. And I gotta upload this pretty quickly. So yeah, I might be just talking a whole bunch and it's like all one take. So let's hope I do this right. So anyways, he decides to turn into this. And I see like a whole bunch of enemies right there. And I think there's still that honor code where you're not supposed to like ground strafe people. So I'm not ground strafing people. I'm just looking for stuff to kill. And helicopters, they throw me off so much in this game. I'm not even joking. Because if they're moving forwards, it's gonna like point the thing so much for like the red dot so much further than it really should be. Super annoying. So anyways, I'm turning behind this guy right now and I can't see a thing. And usually my trick is just to show the white so I know that I'm pointing towards the sky and not towards the ground when that's happening. Alright, so let's turn right behind this guy right now. And if you're wondering if this is worth getting, and if you like jet fighters, this is definitely worth getting. I'm having a lot of fun with it, as you can see. And you don't even need that many planes like to actually have a good time playing this. So right now, I see this guy pointing upwards. I'm like, okay, I can take this guy out. He looks like he's going pretty slow. I can snipe him out. And I think my favorite part of those tracer rounds, and he just blows up. He doesn't even stand a chance. He just got wrecked by 30 millimeters. In fact, most planes probably would. And at this point, I'm like, well, I could stay for one more dogfight, or I could just RTV. And I'm like, well, if I stayed for one more dogfight, I know for sure I'm not making it back. And I haven't really had a successful landing yet, so I was thinking about maybe I should just try to make a successful landing. And it just gets really bad here in a second. It gets really stressful for me because I was like, I just want a good video. I just want a good video. I just want a good video. I don't want to have to try to figure out how to land this thing already. And I got super lucky with this. 2 kills, like for a jet fighter, that's actually really good for 2 kills. I'm not even joking. If you got two kills, you're on fire. Even in World War II, getting 2 kills was pretty good. In fact, 1 kill was pretty good. Not many pilots got a kill. Most of them were killed. Yeah, that's sad. Okay, anyways, let's just try to land this thing in time. As you see, my fuel is dropping so fast. Started out 200%, then I just dropped all my payloads. Now I'm down to like 2%. And I didn't use any of the rockets on this thing. Probably should have just for funsies. But they're unguided, so there's no point really using them. There's nothing to hit. I don't understand why you don't want it, really. So anyways, I see the airfield here. At negative fuel somehow, so I think it means it's creating more fuel. Because if I'm burning a negative amount, that would make it a positive number. I don't know what's going on, guys. And I don't know where I took that 1% damage, but in this game, if you lose a piece of your plane, you're dead. Like, dead. You lose an aileron, dead. You lose an elevator, you're probably already dead. If you're on fire, you're dead. Well, I guess that's the same thing on WAD. But basically, you're dead in every circumstance. You touch the ground, you're dead. Okay, maybe that's a little exaggeration. But basically, you can't land on this ground right here unless you're a helicopter, because your wheels will glitch into it and you'll be stuck. That's happened too many times when I was taking off. Really annoyed people, but whatever. So anyways, I'm coming in pretty, at a decent speed, really. And your air brakes will only deploy, I think, if either when you turn down your throttle all the way or when you deploy your gear. So I'm going to wait for a while to put on my gear because I need to just make it. And here I'm really stressing out because I'm feeling it. Like, I'm feeling myself lose altitude. But I'm like, it's still got some speed. It's still got some speed. Because you got to remember, these are really heavy planes. Like, this is not light at all. It's like a few tons. That's coming in directly on top of this guy, and we're about to have some lulls here. I'm joking. If he didn't move, I probably would have ran him over because I'm like, I'm not risking it. And as you can see, there's a long runway over there that I never use. I just take off how that guy's taking off. And over here, I don't hit the ground. I deploy my gears. The air brakes are out, and I hit it right there. I swear I thought I was going to die. That's like, okay, I don't want to overshoot this because there's no turning around. I want to try to get it right there on the gas. And then I just totally mess it up because then the second you turn the throttle off, your brakes, they're done. And then you can't restart it, especially when you're out of fuel. So like, oh, man. Either way, I've been like 0.2 kilometers away. I think, no, 0.02 kilometers away from it. and it didn't refuel me. If you guys know how to refuel me, let me know. But anyways, this is me playing some Gunship 3 and I had a blast. And if you think you'll have a blast playing it, don't forget you can do it too. 0.8085 G's gained. That's not going to help me at all. 4 points? What do you do with 4 points? If you guys want to let me know more about this game, please do. I know nothing. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, I already chose the winners. The winners for the gold giveaway I did. So I already emailed them personally, and they should get their gold. In fact, they already did get their gold, and they bought a BF109E. So if I ever do more gold giveaways, let me know. So anyways, this is G Knight from the Rose Film channel, signing out.